Hi, everyone. I'm going to try to show a little bit about how to use AI to support documenting things like meetings, supervision. And there's two kinds of things depending on the work you do that may come up. Like in my work, I have supervisions that are purely administrative and there's no PHI. And so there's an app called Wave that I'm going to show you that I typically use for those. When I have meetings or supervisions where I think PHI might come up, there's actually much better apps and tools to use. So if we can get to that, I might show you a quick demonstration of just what it looks like to use that. I'm going to share my screen. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror my iPhone, maybe. Um, I think I have to got to make my screen bigger. Let's see. I'm gonna So my iPhone is going to mirror, and hopefully if I click content and share, are you guys able to see my iPhone?
Yes, we see like icons and
Okay.
then like a okay.
So this is really great because it's a very versatile app. So you'll see right here where the microphone is, it says Wave. And so when you open up this app, the red button, you can click it on your phone and it will just start recording. These that you see right here, where it says like all my waves, these are meetings I've already recorded, which have dates and timestamps, which I could edit to label the meetings if I want on the app, or I can, basically do something different with it. If I show you a meeting or a supervision that I've had, and I'm going to pick this really long one because it was like 2 hours and hard to document. It's going to show you this really great detailed summary organized by topics, questions, concerns. It's going to give you all this information, including your actionable steps, your wrap up, follow up that's needed. What's great about this app is using things on your phone is one thing, but we need things to be able to translate into other documentation, either file folders, binders, supervision logs, digital records, like whatever we need. So you can export this. And I like that when you export it, it gives you a variety of ways to export it. So you can export it into like these other tools, like if you're using OneNote or Evernote, you can export it as a PDF so it's not editable by other people unless they got their fancy tools. You can just print it directly. I like to export as a document. So when I click that so I can edit it, I can easily just airdrop that to myself. I'm going to be like, yeah, I want it to be on this, what I normally use. And then I can just show that tool. I don't know if, did my Finder menu come up?
Yes.
Okay, so then I can open it here and you're going to see a nice editable, well organized, topic laid out version that now you can read through, edit, change, save however you need. So I have found that to be super helpful just in terms of getting those things kind of documented and shared and like off my phone and into practical settings. And this works with iPads, it works with Android based, not just Mac based. It does use encryption security, but this is not HIPAA compliant. So I don't know if there's time to show the one that's real quick that is HIPAA compliant, or we can always save it for another thing.
Do you, we'll take like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to close out of this. And what I'm going to show you is there is a website called Mentalyc. And what I encourage you to do is go on the website. There is a 14-day free trial where you can play with a lot of the features. And very similarly, you can either upload recordings from any recorder, device, phone, or you can record directly in this platform or upload directly to the platform. Now, what I like about this is that this is HIPAA compliant and you can do everything from client sessions, client notes, treatment plans by utilizing real recordings of actual work and it turning that into a format that'll work and it has plenty of clinical formats. This is one of the few that actually has supervision. because a lot of clinical documentation and PHI systems don't have a system for documenting supervision. So I uploaded one of my own supervisions. And so when you click that, you can now see, instead of it being the format of that sort of rigid meeting, you might get a more clinical version of this where it'll talk about case summaries, progress, interventions, techniques. It's going to use different language and it's going to give you different protections, such as eliminating, names. It'll be like input person. So it'll take out information that it's concerned. When it talks about things like relational dynamics and resistance or power dynamics, you can choose the format for your template to include or exclude whatever clinical variance in your supervision you do or don't want captured. So when it hears it, it knows to input it into the appropriate place, including action steps and, preparation for next visits. So again, this can be used clinically in a whole variety of way, and it's pretty safe. So I hope I did that fast enough, but again, to really get all the nuances, details, formats for the clinical tools, what you can do with client work and session work is pretty amazing. And I've done a lot of comparisons to see like what staff produce, what typical note takers would produce, and like what this tool would produce. And what I find is that it labels interventions and staff activity so well that it's like I almost never realized what we weren't getting credit for.